to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Champagny. Trying to find Vassell. He gets it to him. That one goes in.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Outside Conley. Offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the trip.
Outside Fox. To Champagny. Wembanyama. On Gobert. Carries it from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Handle no good. Here's Castle. Vassell outside. Here's Champagny. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I had a chance to catch up with Minnesota's head coach. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys?
Thank you once again, Allie. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. The kick out to Fox. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Down low, here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Outside, Fox. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 5. And the speed of the Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A., he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Now Conley following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Here's Castle. A pass to Fox. Drains the three-pointer.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 6.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Vassell sends a screen for Fox. Shot clock at 5. And Wembanyama outside puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall outside. Pass to Conley. Left side, Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Wembanyama. Lights on. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
A crafty scorer. Conley makes the most of his opportunities down low.
Fox passes to Vassell. Back to Fox. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Gobert against Wembanyama. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Gobert drawing so much attention from the defense. Nice job finding somebody with a better look.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. And no good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And here are the Timberwolves. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side, while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority. They've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Now, Castle. Following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Castle against Hunt. Castle missing. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. Edwards' shot is good. And now a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammate, he's getting a rock every time.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The Spurs also changing it up. Barnes comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Fox, the bounce back. Harper, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 16-5 run here. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Edwards. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Edwards got 15 points.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Out to the wing. Gobert against Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Fox. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Hey, I think that green light they've given him early should probably go red now. get some other folks involved.
With the crossover, and that's 2 points on the layup. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself.
Here's Edwards. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Barnes. Still without a basket. That one goes. Count it.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
There's a good screen. For 3, Edwards. Barnes grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 4. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, the Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And he can't get the first one.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Bones Island subbed in for McDaniels. He hits the second from the line. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Island with it. Outside, Reed jacks up a 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very good at making the weak coverage better.
Dunk by Barnes.
Nice seeing Barnes go for that dunk. Always looking to finish with power at the rim. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Pass to Edwards. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. G.A., how good do you think he can be?
Well, some are ready to appoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And one thing you got to love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Clark in for Edwards. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Pass to Randall. Back to Dosunmu. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Reed. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They trail by 1. They set the pick. Here's Castle. Defended by Dosunmu. And they take the lead.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
Picked by Randall. Dosunmu finds Clark. Pass to Dosunmu. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now Castle. To the paint. Looking for Cornette. He gets it there. And yes, it's good. Cornette's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Highland passes to Dosunmu. Off target from outside. Spurs shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. In the corner, Castle with it. Reed with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Tie game in Minnesota. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Here's Castle, following the three by Minnesota. Tigers with three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. On the wing, Dosunmu. Covered by Barnes. And Reed has it in the corner. The wide open look here for Highland. A three-pointer off the mark.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Castle finds Johnson. Here's Cornette. He's covered by Clark. Harper wide open. The kick out to Barnes. The offensive rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Love seeing that kind of activity on the offensive glass. Nicely done.
Randall outside. Pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Highland passes to Randall. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Over in the corner, Dosunmu. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists in the game. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates. And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Luke Cornette. And it's Vassell in for Johnson. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Highland passes to Randall. Randall is double. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. They'd like to continue the success they had on Friday night here.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now, here's Dosunmu. 6 points for him. Here's Castle. He nails it. They were tied up. Castle's got 6 points in the quarter.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. In for Highland. Spurs also with the sub. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Harper. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Rebound San Antonio.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Barnes passes to Bissell. Time on the clock from downtown. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Reed. Dosunmu, the pass to Randle, shoots over Fox. That's short off the rim. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. On the wing, Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's good from Fox on the assist by Barnes. That's now 8 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Well, I like how quickly he moves bounce past there. Hard to defend against that.
For San Antonio, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total. Now, here's Bissell. A pass to Fox. Just fine to shoot. Really left alone that time. Fox has got 11 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Edwards. Off with the layup. Spurs leading by 3. Bissell kicks to Fox. Hassel on the wing. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Randle passes to Reed. Back to Randle. And here is Dosunmu. Picked by Reed. Dosunmu's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Bissell kicks to Fox. Back to Bissell. Over Edwards. Another one falls for San Antonio. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Second base. Now on the court is your action-packed Ice Squad. Get down to the field.
substitutions here. Timberwolves trail by 5. Over in the corner, Randall. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 6.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Take a break.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
He misses the free throw.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he sinks the second. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. McDaniels outside. Pass to Randall. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
And here's Edwards following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. Edwards can't hit.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
Harper the pass to Vassell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Vassell's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs. The Timberwolves shooting the ball at 42%. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool them off.
Check in. McDaniels finds Edwards. Shoots over Harper. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Edwards. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, since he's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very He will be the face of world basketball. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. San Antonio with the ball, following the three by Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Harper against Edwards. Harper, no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. Edwards inside, covered by Barnes. Back to Conley. Launches it. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 20-7 run.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Here's Barnes. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. A 3-ball. Barnes can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Edwards kicks to Conley. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Harper. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Edwards.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Barnes outside. Barnes with another miss. Minnesota shooting 47%, pretty solid. McDaniels kicks to Conley. And here's Gobert. Back to Conley. Puts up a deep three. Rebound San Antonio. They've held a 12-point lead early. And the basket by Vassell.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Conley, the pass to Reed. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bucket is good. And now it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Reed with a screen for Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
Well, a great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Vassell outside. Barnes sets a screen for Vassell. Wembanyama against Gobert. Vassell kicks to Fox. And here's Parker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Edwards looking it over. Out to Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I like to see him take it aside, man. Too many threes, too many wild threes. Got to tighten it up.
Yeah, lots of volume from out there, but poor efficiency. That's been their Achilles heel. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and then not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
Timberwolves trail by 3. From down in the low post, it goes. Edwards got the first bucket of the third here for the Timberwolves. The Spurs shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Conley against Castle. Fox from outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 8 rebounds in this game. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Edwards against Fox. Right side, Edwards. A miss that time. Would have put him up. San Antonio leading. Second half just getting started. About a minute play. And Fox gets it to go.
Man, he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Outside Conley. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be. Reminding us there of that thunderous slam.
There's the pick. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Champagne's got his third basket of the night right there.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Randall dishes to Edwards. To the middle. Gobert the pass to Randall. Pocket 4. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Beating the buzzer just by a whisker. Edwards with the flair for the dramatic.
Castle with the bounce pass. The kick out to Fox. Pass to Castle. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
You know, Clark, Rudy Gobert is often the victim of unfair criticism.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. I mean, that's just what people tend to do, the talking heads, if you will. I think too many times folks focus on what he can't do instead of appreciating all that he does. I mean, he excels as a rim protector, a screener, a physical presence in the paint. I mean, I think he's going to go down as one of the all-time outstanding defenders in league history.
Gobert, and the layup's good off the glass. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
The endless reach of Gobert. Those long arms sometimes seems like he's everywhere. An overwhelming presence on the offensive side.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Edwards. Gobert, the screen. Edwards passes to Gobert. And slammed down by Gobert.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And Benyama outside. A pass to Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Pocket 6. Wembanyama. And the shot goes in. Wembanyama's got 6 here in this quarter.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league could stop him when he's on.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Benyama outside. Back to Castle. Spurs passing it around. Fox, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Shoots a fader, and the Timberwolves take on 2 more.
He was absolutely putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Castle with it. 8 points for him. Wembanyama left side. Fox against Edwards. It's stolen by Gobert. For the lead. The rebound by the Spurs. To the inside. Nice defense from McDaniel.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his minutes in the last quarter.
Vassell against Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. McDaniels kept alive. Out to Edwards. Bullseye from the corner. Edwards.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Now Castle. Driving in, and he gets it to go. Castle's got 10 points in the game.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Castle. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Conley against Castle. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 41. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And Benyama fails with the Vassell.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Minnesota's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Now it's a 4-point San Antonio lead.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. On defense, Minnesota. Fox passes to Champagnie. On the wing, Barnes. Fox one in from the wing. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong...
And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a burst.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. Here's Fox. Nice speed that time from Wembanyama. 18 points for De'Aaron Fox. Island finds Edwards. Inside, here's Freeman, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Castle. Hands it from downtown. Castle's got 10 points in just the second half.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
San Antonio leading by 5. A pass to Fox. Rebounded by Freeman. Minnesota's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Edwards. San Antonio with the rebound. Barnes kicks to Fox. 1:03 left in the third quarter of the game. Drills it from outside.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Highland passes to Dosunmu. Just 5 on the clock. To the wing right side. And the wide-open shot from Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Stolen away. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, Edwards. And he's good on the 3 ball. Edwards got 48.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 18. And he drives in, and he banks in the layup. Fox has got 20 points.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And the 3-point shot has been big for them. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Here's Vassell. Over Clark. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 5 rebounds tonight. Esther Randall carries it down low.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. Nice shit.
There's Vassell. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rendell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
The kick out to Barnes. Back to Cornette. And the basket is good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Island deciding where to go with it. And here is Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by Cornette. Spurs leading by 8. Fires to the hoop. And that one drops for him. Harper's got his first points in this one.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
The Spurs have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. It's Vassell on the wing. He's covered by Clark, and Fox gets it to go.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Randall no good. Spurs leading by 13. Barnes with it. And it's Reed picking him up. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Olenek is checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Taking on defenders and finishing.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And an checked in. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Outside, Fox. Snatched away. Here we go, one-on-one. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
First team foul.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so, and can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
On the wing, Fox. Defended by Dosumu. For three, Vassell. And balls. High speed that time from Harper. Harper's got 3 assists tonight. Outside, Edwards. Clark outside. All 3 off the mark. Spurs leading by 11. Vassell outside. They set the pick. To the paint. Here's Cornette. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Cornette's got the lead up to 13 now for San Antonio. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Clark sets a screen for Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. To the left wing. Back to Vassell. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to Dosumu. Hit by Reed. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the ball from Dosumu. Outside Harper. Pass to Vassell. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Vassell's got 10 points here in the second half. Dosumu, the pass to Edwards. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Cornette. Defended by Dosumu. The wide open look here for Fox. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Edwards. And got it! The basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. No good on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 14. Clark kicks to Randall. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Harper. A rebound by the Spurs. Vassell with it. To the inside. Here's Cornette. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Champagnie. Shoots over Reed. Reed with the block.
Great denial by Reed. Boundless energy he brings.
And Reed throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Fox passes to Champagnie. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot clock at 6. Fox, no good. Timberwolves trail by 14. Randall passes to Dosunmu. Clark outside. Edwards against Vassell. Clark for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got 6 assists in the game. After Champagny. Here's Cornette. Now here's Harper. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. San Antonio leading by 11. Outside, Fox. Off target from three-point range.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Randall. Here's Reed. From outside, knocks down the three.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Second pitch. Now on the court is your active man, White Squad. He's not in the game.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Mike Conley in for Dosunmu. Then for the Spurs, Wembanyama. He's checked in for Luke Cornette. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. Fox looking it over. Jacks up a three. Gobert there for the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run. Not a lot much. It's it again.
What a performance. He's now tied for third most points in single-game playoff history.
Well, G.A., the way he's been scoring the ball, you had a feeling he'd leave his name in the record books.
And that 57 ties it with Donovan Mitchell's bubble game back in 2020.
Buries the deep ball.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Edwards. Again with Edwards.
I mean, when have you seen a player get this high in a playoff game?
I don't know, G.A. I know this, though. He now ranks third all-time for single-game scoring in the postseason. Simply stunning.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going? And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he can.
And again.
His offensive excellence continues to be on full display.
Greg, he has now moved into second all-time for scoring in a playoff game.
And with just one more bucket, he can surpass the mark set by Michael Jordan.
Here's Fox. And down goes the three.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly getting that three-pointer.
And as soon as they splashed that bomb, the air just went right out of the building. Total deflation. Big time delivery. Go, go, go back.
Now, Wembanyama in the rafters.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. McDaniels will get the three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here is Wembanyama. Castle fires. The three is off.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
A three-pointer.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that set.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And that's an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? If you miss it at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.